Okay, go. Come on, Sid. Jump. Go, Sid. Wow. It never gets old. Ah, I'm gonna go both ways. Oh my gosh. I did it.
You did.
Okay, now I gotta go back and get my phone. Go get your phone.
Oscar,
Go get your phone. Same foot. Sunday morning, we are heading down to the Stanford Inn for breakfast. I'm going down with Rena first. There's Rena. Say hi, Rena.
Hi.
Oh. And then I'm being interviewed for some TV shenanigans. I don't know what it is. The Stanford Inn's, there's like a station doing a report on the Stanford Inn. I don't know the details. They just want to interview me as part of it, so that's what's happening. So I figured I'd, breakfast first. You go on it. Is that worse? Is that the thing? Nice. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. What was your name again? I forgot.
It's Emily.
Okay. Okay. Technically, this is my day off from working out, but I realized I got to get time on the monkey bars and this wall fence. Dig it. This is like my most fun workout of the week, frankly. Plus, I get to hang out with the kids who are crafting some sort of very random obstacle course, kind of like it's like a Dali painting in motion. There we go. Years ago when I crafted my approaching the natural kind of thing before my first book, the idea was, to remember that we're an animal and that our needs are much like other animals in nature, physically and mentally. But the idea was, as we approach that in our modern world and just take little steps toward what's more natural, we thrive. But there's another aspect too, which is when we remember that we're an animal, we can actually learn quite a lot from this body that we're in. And here's what I mean. I'm doing the monkey bars, I'm working on it, and and each day I get on there, it's a little bit better. I mean, I have a lot more to go, but it's a little bit better. My body sends me very clear messages that if I'm taking on too much, my body will be the first to tell me. It's the equivalent of, if you're not a runner, going out your door and just busting through a 10-mile run as fast as you can, or going just willy-nilly into a weight room and putting 200 pounds on a bench press and just trying to do that having had no experience weightlifting. You take on too much physically, your body tells you right away. Injury, burnout, sick, it just can't handle it. And yet, mentally, we're so sure that we can take on a diet which is the equivalent of 200 pounds on a bench press, and everything should be fine. In the early days, I would ask people, look, if you're not a runner and you want to train and run a marathon, how long is it going to take you? And 100% of people would answer, well, a long time. You know, you got to start and you got to kind of take enough time to get in shape, and it's a process. Could take 6 months, could take a year. And yet we're so quick on the mental side of things to jump into something that is way too much, way too soon, a 21-day this or 7-day this, no problem. But yet we totally get the idea of training for a marathon or an ultra marathon. We know it takes time. But with something like weight loss, by gosh, it should be fast. We should be able to do that. This is kind of the health and happiness version of listen to your body. I don't mean food cravings and all that nonsense, because it freaking is nonsense. I mean, listen to what the lessons your body can tell you. Years ago, when I was following a training plan, because that was sort of where I was at, and I was training for my first marathon at 45 years old, and doing this is exactly what it's telling me to do, and I can't stray away, and then I ruptured my Achilles tendon. My body was like, yeah, I'm gonna play a different game here entirely, and it has very little to do with you. You can push me a little bit, but too much, and guess what's gonna happen to you? You don't get to run for 6 weeks. You have to walk around with a freaking cane like Willy Wonka. We're a very funny species that way. Mother Nature has sent us very clear tools to be healthy and happy. The natural food that she puts out, the bodies that she puts us in, and yet we constantly think we can outsmart her. We constantly think we can do better. She says, hey, I'm gonna put some amazing stuff in a tomato, and our response is to say, hey, why don't we extract some of the things out of the tomato and put them in a pill? That's how freaking brilliant we are. The lessons our bodies tell us are take your time. Don't push it. You push it, you pay. It's as if Mother Nature is just hanging back constantly going, can you guys just please shut up for 1 second and freaking listen to me?